Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist Newsreel on Phật online channel. Hereafter, 5 major headlines of Buddhist activities of the week. Nationwide Buddhism Congress Steering Committee reveals the preparation. Conference to review the Buddhist performance of the Central Monastic Affairs of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha tenure 2017 to 2022. Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Buddhist Congress for 2022 to 2027 tenure. Korea Ordination Ritual for 40 MONSATIC practitioners and lessons from ALMS backing reliance on the Sangha. Digest of Buddhist social charity activities during the week. The following are the news in details. On the morning of November the 6th, 2022, the Steering Committee of the 9th National Buddhist Congress held a meeting to review the organization of the Congress at Quang Đức Monastery, Ho Chi Minh City, Office 2 of the Central Committee of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha.
The head of Steering Committee and the head of Human Resources sections of the Congress, Most Venerable TIයෙන් Nhân, Chairman of the Administrative Council of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, emphasizes that this is a particularly important meeting to review the tentative content. The Most Venerable hopes to receive important input in the spirit of harmony and collective wisdom to help organize the Congress successfully. The 9th National Buddhist Delegate Congress 2022 to 2027 will be held at the Vietnam Soviet Friendship Cultural Palace, Hanoi capital from November 27th to November 29, 2022. Accordingly, the Venerables discussed the content, assigned the Secretariat to submit the plan to organize the Congress, drafted the Charter Amendment, approved the proposed list of honoring members of the Council of Patrons, and appointed the members of the Administrative Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha for the tenure 2022 to 2027. Information about the government contacts to support the Congress, the subcommittee responsible for information about the assigned task. Finally, Most Venerable, the Chairman, summed up the content, acknowledged the inputs and opinions of the honorifics, and assigned the Secretariat to summarize and put it into the agenda of the Congress. The Most Venerable Chairman encouraged the head of subcommittee to pay attention to direct and urge the executive members to complete the assigned tasks.
On the morning of November the 6th, 2022, the Monastic Affairs section of the Central Vietnam Buddhist Sangha held a conference to summarize Buddhist work for the 2017 to 2022 tenure at Quang Đức Monastery, Ho Chi Minh City, Office 2 of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha.
In the opening speech, Most Venerable TIයෙන් Pháp, head of the Central Sangha Monastic Affairs section, emphasized the meaning and purpose of the conference and hoped to receive many suggestions for the current Sangha work in the locality to pave the way for the section to outline the operational direction for the next 10 years. Reporting on the Buddhist work of the section in the last tenure, Venerable TIයෙන්, Deputy Secretary of the Central Sangha Monastic Affairs section, said, "The section always pays close attention to the work of Sangha, regularly grasps the practical situation of more than 18,000 monasteries and over 54,000 monks and nuns, and 50 million Buddhism believers at home and abroad. In general, the living situation of monks and nuns in monasteries across the country is stable in the spirit of solidarity and harmony." To encourage and praise members of the Sangha Monastic Affairs section, the Central Sangha awarded certificates of merit to collectives and individuals who have made positive contributions in the recently past tenure. In bestowing, Most Venerable TIයෙන් Nhân, Chairman of the Administrative Council, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, praised the sense of responsibility of the Sangha Monastic Affairs section in setting the monastic uniform of the Central Cultural section and promulgating the regulation on the religious beliefs. The Most Venerable affirmed the two most important sections are the education section of monks and nuns and the monastic affairs section. The section showed the spirit of Buddhist precepts, especially in the Great Ordination Sima, contributing to the dignification of the Sangha, self-mobilized efforts for personal and social benefits. The most venerable wished the monastic affairs section more success in the future.
On the morning of November the 10th, 2022, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha of Bà Rịa, Vũng Tàu province held the Provincial Buddhist Delegate Congress for the tenure 2022 to 2027 at the Provincial Cultural Center. This is the last local Sangha in 63 provinces to organize the Buddhist Congress successfully.
In his opening speech, Most Venerable Thích Quảng Hiển, head of the Buddhist Sangha of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu province, believed that the Congress would appoint the Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board for the new tenure 2022 to 2027 in compliance to the criteria of competence and ethical standards. In the view, the Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board was reported to gain many important achievements, in which social charity work reached over 419 billion VND. At the Congress, the attending individuals and groups with many outstanding achievements in the past tenure received certificates of merits from the Central Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, the People's Committee, and the Provincial Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front. The Congress attendees agreed to nominate Most Venerable Thích Huệ Chí, standing member of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board for the tenure 2022 to 2027. In his blessing words, Most Venerable Thích Nhân praised the merits of the former head of board and the achievements of the Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board during the past tenure, which have contributed to the overall success of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha. Most Venerable, the chairman congratulated Most Venerable Thích Huệ Chí, the new leader of the Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board, and hoped that the newly elected Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board would exert their efforts and determination to unite and harmonize its members and monks and nuns in the whole province to carry out Buddhist activities and promote achievement of the predecessors, who have worked hard to build and fulfill the targeted goals, especially looking for the future to strive to develop Buddhism in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu province in the next 10 years for more success.
During 2 days, October 28th and 29th, 2022, the Ashram Institute in Korea organized the 11th Reliance on the Sangha retreat to ordain 40 practitioners and the Gautama Buddha program, begging for alms at Hoàng Hải Pagoda in Pohang City, South Korea.
In the dignified atmosphere of the pagoda, with the pure majesty of the Sangha and the sincerity of the disciples, the venerables performed the ordination ceremony for the disciples according to the Mahayana rites. The monks performed the rituals of Dharma to ordain for disciples to officially enter the life of a monk. Despite being ordained after a short ascetic practice, each practitioner is aware that this is an important and sacred milestone in life and vows to live fully in the reliance on the Sangha retreat. The Sangha practiced begging for alms together with bowls in hand, walking slowly through the bamboo grove of Ulsan City on the morning of October 29. Groups of Buddhist followers standing along both sides of the road offered fruit cakes, cash, and items that recreated the image of Buddha Sangha over 2,000 years ago. As an usual practice, the ordination rite for fortune distribution is widely held to give Buddhist disciples the opportunity to experience a pure life for a short time, and then continue to return to daily life and work.
Here are some news about Buddhist social work in the week.
Towards the welcome of National Buddhist Congress for the tenure 2022 to 2027, TIòng Nguyên Charity Society, Ho Chi Minh City has built classrooms, built bridges, and 15 houses of love in communes of Sóc Trăng and Kiên Giang in Trà Vinh provinces. Venerable Thích Minh Phố, chairman of TIòng Nguyên Pagoda Charity Society, shared that Vĩnh Châu Town has 300 to 400 students studying Khmer language, and more than 30 monks are studying the Catechenism and Pali script at Tăng Du Pagoda, Lạc Hoa Commune. In lack of facilities, the society and sponsor joined hands to support more than 1 billion VND to build a school. In Gò District, Kiên Giang Province, the society has built 15 houses of love from numbers 204 to 222, with a cost of 60 million VND each. The total cost to build 15 houses is more than 920 million VND, raised by Venerable Thích Pháp Hòa, Trúc Lâm Tây Thiên Monastery in Canada, and TIòng Anh Charity Society, mobilizing from domestic and foreign Buddhist donations. In Sóc Trăng and Trà Vinh provinces, the society also started construction of 2 bridges, TIòng Anh 461 and 462, with a length of 45 meters, with the cost of each bridge 200 million VND, donated by the family of Ms. Trần Thị Tư, Mr. Lâm Văn Sự, and the medical team from Ho Chi Minh City and TIòng Anh Pagoda Charity Society, including the local people's support. The total amount for volunteering activities in more than 7 billion VND, of which the People's Committee of Cầu Ngang District, as a counterpart, funded 250 million VND for the bridge construction. On the occasion of the full moon festival of Hạ Nguồn, Venerable Thích Tuệ Nhật, Abbot of Bảo Tạng Pagoda, Hưng Nhiên Commune, and Biên District, Kiên Giang Province, and local authorities gave 200 gifts to support the local people on the morning of November 8, 2022. Each gift of necessity is worth 200,000 VND, sponsored by Trần Kim Hà Buddhist family. The total amount of gifts is 40 million VND. In order to successfully celebrate the Congress of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Quảng Nam Province and the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union's Congress for the term 2022 to 2027, the Provincial Buddhist Parochial Board, in collaboration with the Provincial Youth Union and the Vietnam Youth Union of the province, organized the program Warmness for You on November 7th, 2022, to give gifts, including warm clothes, candy, and 2 million VND to support disadvantaged children at the Center for Victims of Agent Orange and Disabled Children, Hướng Dương Viện Center in Tam Kỳ City, Quảng Nam Province. The joint program aims to propagate, educate, unite, gather Buddhist youth, and organize social security activities until 2022. The total cost of the program is over 120 million VND.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has started off this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha.